This
Started.
conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So in the previous session, what we were discussing, guys? Can anyone recall what we discussed in the previous session? We discussed about the process, right?
Passing ID
Yeah,
and the
querying
technical
the
code.
data, query data from SFDC to, and then we are syncing the data, sync data to
Database.
database, right?
Database.
Yes.
Yes.
So in between, I want parent ID, right? Parent name. But how can
Yes.
we pull the parent from intermediate level? So connector call. Okay, connector call. So what do you mean by connector call? In the intermediate level, if you want to connect with any application system, then if you want to pull the data, then we can use a connector call, right? Okay, in the intermediate level, by using connector call, connector call by using connector call we can connect any application system, and we can pull the data, right? We can pull the data, right? We can pull the data and we can send it into the target system, right? So whenever here a very important note, guys, no, please note it down. So it is a very important note. Whenever if you want to use a connector call, no, most of the time try to avoid the connector call, okay, because it have a negative impact. Okay, connector call connector call is the connector call is the least preferable preferable option. Okay, because it has the negative impact on the process. Why negative impact? Okay, for example, why negative impact? For example, let's say you want to connect with the Salesforce. Okay, for example, you want to, in intermediate level, you want to connect with the Salesforce. Okay, you have some 100 documents. Okay, the 100 records. Okay, you have 100 records. Intermediate level, you want to connect with Salesforce, and you want to pull some parent ID or any ID or any field you want to pull. So if you are using connector call, 100 times it needs to call the Salesforce application. 100 records are there, so it needs to call 100 times. If you have 1,000 times, it needs to call 1,000 times. It need to process 1,000 times. Okay, for example, if say one record execution is taking some 2 or else 5 seconds. Okay, if you take 5 seconds, then if you remember, if you imagine, if you have 100 records, 100 into 5, 5,000, 500 times 500 seconds it needs to be take to complete the process execution. Let's say if you have 1,000, 1,000 into 5, 5,000 seconds it's take, no, it will take the execution time. So that's why it have a negative impact. So whenever it is there, like, whenever you want to call connector call, please try to avoid the connector call because it have a negative impact. Okay, whenever you have one record or two records, like, minimal records, it is taking minimal time, then only go with the connector call. Okay, clear? Let me log in into platform again. So we'll quickly execute the process what we are discussing. Okay, so now this is a process which we are working, right? This is a process which we are working, right? What we are doing here, can anyone recall what we are doing? So to
We can
establish the
connect the
connectivity with the Salesforce, what are the things we need to provide?
For
connected
URL,
to
Token.
connected
username,
XML
password, and
data
security
operation.
token.
URL username password.
URL, username and
Username
password.
encrypted password.
Security
Encrypted
token.
password.
Very good.
Security
Security
token.
token, from where we can get that security token?
Mail
Reset mail
like from
security
Salesforce.
token.
From Salesforce
Very
we
good.
can get.
We can get from, we can get it from the, we can get it from the
Sales.
Salesforce account, right? Very good.
Yes.
So now I want a parent name, parent account name. But if you see here in the Salesforce, we don't have a parent account name. We have a ID. So by using this ID, if I get a, no, if by using this ID, can we get the parent name? So in intermediate level, if you get this, no, we can pass this parent id as a parameter. By using that parameter, we can pull the particular record, right? Yes or no? That record can be called with the help of connector call. So if you, one more important note, the connector call, we cannot use it for the database. Okay, very very important note. And interview question also. So in the interior, no, you can expect some 3 to 4 questions on the connector call. Okay, we cannot, we cannot call the database connection by using the connector call. Okay, if you see here, for example, if you see here, this is a connection, right? If you see, these are all the connections you have. If you type here database, do you see any database search? So database, this is a version 2. Version 2 is upgraded version. Okay, this is a different one. But do you see any database connector here?
No.
No, right? So you can see, but version 2, but db v2 can be called, right? Can be called. So keep it in mind, keep it in mind. By using connector call, we cannot able to call the database connection. Okay, but db version 2, okay, version 2 can be, version 2 can be called by using connector call. Okay, so now here, what is the input here? What is the input for here?
ID.
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 So by using ID, what we are getting?
Name. Parent name.
Name.
Account name.
Account name.
Parent, right?
Parent name.
We are
Parent.
passing id as a parameter, right? We are passing as id as an input parameter. By using this id, we are calling the name, right, as an output. Okay, so let me save and close. Let me execute the process. Okay, test, save and test it out. Hope everyone, okay, think, let just give me a second. Why it is not showing? Okay, let me go here. Test item, test item is not there. Okay, just give me a second. Let me install this atom. You know, right, how to install the atom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good. So download the atom files, run as administrator, right? Run as an administrator. Then what we need to give?
User like mail
Yes, username and
password.
password, right? Just let me go to platform. Okay, here you can give the name also. Prasanna, don't delete Atom again. Okay, I'm installing the Atom in your account. Don't delete this Atom.
Okay, Baba.
Yeah. Here you can see JRE files downloading. So why these JRL files are important? Why these are all in downloading? JRE or JR files,
Java runtime environment.
jar files, jar files.
There files.
So if you want to connect with any application system, these JRL files are very very important. These files will act as a bridge between Boomi Atom to that particular application. For example, if you want to connect with the Salesforce, or you want to connect with the database. So from how these instructions will work? Okay, you are giving these instructions by using Atom, right? You want to go and connect with the Salesforce and pull the data. You are giving that instruction to the Atom, but how the Atom is will work with this JRE files only. Okay, with this JRE files the Atom will work. Okay, now my Atom is installed successfully. Let me get into Atom management. Let me check whether the Atom is installed or not. Okay, it is in offline. Let me refresh it. Let me go to services. Okay, test Atom time zone. Different Atom there. Local test, okay, now it is in online. Now the Atom is in up. Okay, let me execute the process. So can we use Cloud Atom here or
Yes,
local Atom?
Any atom
Both.
we can use.
both we can use.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are you sure? Any
Sure.
atom,
Yes.
any atom can we use, or any specific atom we need to use?
Uh,
Um,
local
Yes.
and local and
cloud.
cloud atom.
See, yes, we have local and a cloud atom. Both atoms we have, but we use both atoms to test, or else any either we need to use a cloud atom or local atom.
Local atom also we can get the data. We can test it.
Yes, we can use local atom also, but my question is either we need to use cloud or we need to use local, or both can be used.
Both we can use.
Is it?
Right now we can use for we can test in local. We have local atom. We can use it.
Yes, we have a cloud atom also here. We can
Cloud
see
atom
here.
also.
Yeah, we can.
We have a cloud atom also. One cloud atom you can see here. Prod classification, prod atom also we have. Why can't
Yeah.
we use this one? We can use, right?
Yeah.
But my question is, can we use both or either cloud or local? I want a specific answer.
Okay. Local because we can do it all the operation through local also. We can use it local.
Why can't cloud?
If we are doing operation in cloud, we can go for, but we are using now locally. That's why
Which one local?
we are getting data from that Salesforce to we are saving in
If
database
Salesforce is a
local.
cloud application, right?
Yes,
Then we can use Cloud Atom also, right?
yes, we can use it
But why? Why we are using local?
because
Why
local
can't?
we can, yeah, local. What I am telling, local we are using, we can do that operation through local. That's why I said.
Local means, see, Boomi is not a local. Boomi is a cloud
Yes,
cloud
yes,
integration tool, right?
yeah.
Then anyone, anyone in the session, Amani, Prasanna, Abhinav,
Not sure.
Kranti, hmm, Indira, Monica, Anu, why we will use the cloud? Why not local? Or why we will use the local? Why not cloud? Or both can be used. Hmm? See, guys. See, for Salesforce, we can use both the atoms. Either we can use local atom or we can use a cloud atom also. But the database is a on-premise application, right? If you are using on-premise application, definitely we can go with a which atom?
Local,
Definitely we can go with
local item.
local atom, right?
Local.
That is
Yes.
what I am trying to
Because,
explain. See,
yes,
whenever you are working with on-premise application, this application system is installed by you and maintained by you, and you are operating this application in your local machine, right? And the atom also is installed in your local machine. Then definitely we can go
Local.
with the
local
local
item.
atom only.
Local item.
Local.
But
Yes.
Yes.
there is no restriction whenever you are working with the cloud applications. Either you can use a cloud atom or a local atom. The local atom have capability to connect with either local or else cloud, right? So the cloud atoms can be used for both. Okay, uh, for cloud applications we can use the local atom. Okay, so but whenever you are using on-premise applications, definitely we can go with a local atom only. Either you are using database or you are using a disk. Okay, so sometimes the database is hosted in cloud and you want to use that database, then you can go with the cloud atom also. But this time we are installed this Oracle database in our local machine and we are trying to connect with from the local machinery. That's why we will use only the local atom, right? Clear?
Clear, clear, clear.
Yes. So let me test it out. Okay, these are all
Pawan,
small things. Yeah.
in the place of database, suppose we can take another connector which is in cloud, like Amazon FF, like some connectors which will be cloud, right? In that
That time we
case,
can go
we'll
with
use only
either
cloud
no
only. Uh,
no. That time you can go either
uh,
cloud or local. That is what I'm telling, right? So if you have
yes, yes.
both cloud applications, okay, if you have both the cloud
Mm,
applications, so you can use either cloud atom or local atom. But whenever you have an on-premise application, definitely you need to go with the
mm.
cloud local atom only. Whenever you have a
Okay, okay.
on-premise applications which are maintained and installed in your local machinery, that time you need to go with the local atoms. Okay,
Sure.
come here. We are getting some error. What is that error? Let me check it out. Okay, getting the parameter morning batch 8. Okay, and we're getting parameter, but we are getting an error. What is that error? We are getting the parameter. Let me
Static
check
value
it
we
out.
are given. I think static value.
Yes, static value only we are
Yes.
giving. Okay, here the map we are getting ID. Input is ID Salesforce. Let me check the operation ID. Okay, where ID equal to right? We passed ID, which is the parent ID from which we are getting from here, and let me test it out again. Okay, sometimes it will not give you that error, so can you remove here and test it out so that it will give you the error. Okay, for example, I want to get to know the error, which property we need to use. If you want to get the error
Document
details,
prop
error messages, yes,
document property.
document property. In the document property, which option we have?
Try catch. Try catch.
Invalid login. Okay, caused error, invalid login, username and password. Okay, check out the data as of this
I think
attempting error.
connection
Yes,
connection.
the connection error we are getting. Very good. So let me go back and let me check the username and password. Kunchala, okay.
Password is null, I think.
Yeah, let me, and let me get it that security token. Okay. From where I can get the security token?
Platform like in Salesforce.
Profile settings.
Salesforce
In
account.
Salesforce, we have settings. Under settings, we have reset security token.
Very good. Click on profile. We have a
Settings.
settings, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Click
settings.
find.
From there, quick find,
Reset security token.
reset token.
Reset my
Yes, very good.
security token.
Reset security token. Click on reset
Reset
security
security.
token. Then it will go to your
Mail.
mail ID,
Mail.
right? Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
very good. Yes. Prasanna, don't use my connection details. You can create your own profile and you can work on it. Okay. Don't use my account, please. Okay.
నా అకౌంట్ ఉంది పవన్, నేను మీది యూజ్ చేయలేదు, నాదే యూజ్ చేసుకుంటున్నాను. నేను ఫ్రైడేనే
But
క్రియేట్
why?
చేసుకున్నాను కదా.
Then why
అది
the
నిన్న జగదీష్ చేశాడు, అది జగదీష్ చేసుకున్నాడు, నేను చేయలేదు.
okay, whatever. Please don't use my credentials. Okay. Work on your individual profile. Let me give us. Just give me a second. Let me log in into. Think where this. Here it is. Right. Let me take the token. Right. This is my token. Okay. Let me connect with this. Right. Okay. Save and close. Now save. Right. Let me test it out now. Now you can see here we are getting the connection data, which means the connection is established properly. So what is the parent ID here? This is a parent ID, right? So
Yes.
0015J000 something is a parent ID, and come to the map shape and check here. Check here. So here you can see input ID is, this is the ID we are passing as a parameter input. Then we are using a connector call function, and no, it is getting the output. See account name batch 7 account. Okay, Boomi account. We are getting as a parent name. Okay, we are getting the parent name as batch 7 Boomi account. So this is how we can call the data. So till here anyone have any questions or any doubts? Till here anyone have any questions or any doubts? Okay, so for your reference, so what we can do, we will create a new component. Okay, again we will, what we will do, we will pull the data from the sales, sorry, we can pull the data from the database, and we can we can insert the data into Salesforce. Okay, so this time you need to answer. Okay, first I am starting with data with the no data type. Then after, which shape I need to use. So here our
Data.
now here our task is, so by no, we are querying data from Salesforce, right? This time we will query the data from the database. Then we can push or we can insert the data into,
Salesforce.
Salesforce. So now what is the next step? Which shape I need to use?
Data. Try catch.
Come on,
Database.
fast.
Try catch.
Catch it.
Right.
Then
Okay. Database.
then
database connection.
database.
Database.
Very good.
Database.
Database connected. Very good. Connected. That connected type is a database, and
Database.
connection.
Connection.
We need to
Use
create a new
connection.
Exist.
connection or existed connection. Can we use? Can we use
We
existed
can
connection, or we need to use
existed
any
connection.
Existed.
Existing
existed
connection.
connection?
We can
State connection.
like
Get.
Okay. And action is get or
get
send.
get
Get.
Get.
Get. Okay.
Get.
Let. Very good. Okay. Get accounts data. Very good. Accounts data. So now profile, can we create, or we need to import the new
uh,
profile?
we need to import or to we can create
Okay. Okay. Statement, and here select and import. Okay. So select the atom.
Yes.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So what is the table name?
SF account. SF account.
Okay.
Uh, SF account for
SF account.
Salesforce.
This is one,
Yes. Next.
right?
Mm.
Next. This time what we will do? Okay. How remove? So let me come here. I will go to accounts. Okay. This time what I will do? I will remove the parent. Okay. So I will remove this parent account, so that whenever you are inserting the data, so this parent account needs to be inserted. Okay, we will get the data. First we will check what is the, this is account name, right? Yes, sir. So what is the query? Select
Select the star from table.
Star from SF account.
SF account. Very good. Okay, keyword not found. Oh, sorry. Here, select.
From you will see. Select the
Yeah,
star from.
From
very good. Now he can see parent Hyderabad, phone number, all the parent 6 are created. See, this is the parent. So now we have a account. Okay. Now what I will do, let me get into the, so successfully imported the table. Now you can see here ID, location, name, and parent ID. Select ID, location, name, parent ID from the account. Okay. Save and close, and save and close. Now next step is, what is the next step?
Uh, but like we can
map
Salesforce.
shape.
Salesforce. After
Yes.
that map shape.
Okay.
Like
Very good.
Salesforce
Salesforce. Then connection. Can we use
connection.
a existed connection or a
Exist
Existed connection.
existed? Action is get or send.
send
Get.
Get.
Send.
Then very
send.
good.
Get.
So now focus here. So whenever your operation is sent, so we can do multiple actions. Okay. So insert insert data in okay so DC. So focus it. Now see here, whenever we are inserting the data, whenever you are sending the data, we can do multiple actions. Okay, so note, so the actions are which is supported by SFDC are get, okay, get and send, right? So get, in get we can get the data. Get means query, right? Query the data. And send, in send we have a multiple actions. Okay, like insert and update
Update,
and
upset,
upsert
delete.
and delete. Very good. So now your task is, so what is the difference between insert, update, upsert and delete? So your task is perform all these actions. Okay, get one record, do update, get one record, do upsert. And here whenever you are working with upsert, it is very important. Okay, whenever you are doing upsert action, so see, so whenever you are creating a record, which id is creating implicitly by the Salesforce? Yes,
Execution ID.
execution id, right? Execution
Yes.
id, or see not execution id, guys. So
Mm.
whenever, for example,
ID.
I'm creating a one record. Okay, for example, this is my record. Okay, because morning batch 8 is my record. So when I'm creating this record, so one id is going to be created. What is that id and where we can find that id?
Like zero, like URL. In the URL
URL,
we can
URL,
ID.
In the URL,
URL.
we can get this
18,
id. Yes,
18
this
digits.
id,
Yes.
what we call this id, this is a
Uh,
internal id or a
Internal
ah,
ID.
Salesforce record id. Okay, so
okay.
this internal id implicitly created by Salesforce. When we are creating the id, we are not creating or we are not generating this id automatically. When we are creating this record, when we are creating the record, this internal id is going to be created. But whenever working with the upset action, we need very important. Okay, whenever you are doing upset action, we need external external id. This external id created external to the Salesforce. Okay, how we can get this external id? And by using this external id, how we can do upset action? This is your task. Tomorrow I will check and I will ask questions on this. Okay, so whenever you are doing upset action, we need external id. This external id is going to be created external to the Salesforce. We are not go no we are this Salesforce is not creating this external id. Oh, okay. So the Salesforce is only created internal id. Okay, by using that internal id, by either we can query the data, either we can insert the data, update the data or delete the data. But whenever you are doing upset action, definitely we can go with the external id. So this external id, from where we can get, how it is going to be used to upsert the data, this is your task. Tomorrow you need to tell me this, okay, about this external id. Clear? Clear,
Clear.
guys?
Okay.
Okay, bro.
Okay, yeah, now come here. Now we don't have a parent id. Okay, now let me get into Boomi and import operation and choose the connection, right? Choose the connection. This is the connection which we are using. Click on next. Okay, uh, come back. So now you can see here we have a create, update, upsert, delete and merge. Okay, these are all different actions we can perform when we are using the send operation. So action is send, then we can perform insert is nothing but a create, right? Insert is nothing but create,
Create.
right? Update, delete and merge. Okay, these are all the actions we can perform. Okay, these are all the actions we can perform. Now your task is, now we'll do insert the data or update the data. We'll update the data. what we are doing, already the record is created, right? See here, this record is already created. We are updating the record, right? We are updating the record. If you are creating the record already, so it will throw you an error, it will throws you an error. That error is duplicate, because already the record is created, right? For example, if you want to create, okay, let's say next, if you are creating a new record, okay, if you are creating a new record, then it's fine. If you are updating, okay, if you are already record is there, then we need to create the, then we need to, sorry, we need to update that particular record. So if you are creating again, if you are creating that record, it will throws an error. Okay, so our action is, it's not a create, it's a update, right? We are updating the details. Already we have a that record. So now we are updating that particular record. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
You are getting my point?
Previous record only we need to update, right?
Yes, we are updating that record. So here I will change the name. Okay, that's fine. So what we are doing here, before we created one record, yes, this is the record which we created. Now we are updating with this parent account. Okay, we are updating this with a parent account. Okay, now building object tree. So whenever you are working with a, in a real time, just keep it in mind what action which we are doing, whether we are creating the new records or already existed records we are updating, or what action we are performing. All these things you need to see. So these are all the fields we have in the account object. So click on next. Okay, now see here, account, action is update. See here, profile. Now you are requesting the action, right? We are requesting. So before what we did, we are updating, I mean we are
Response,
acquiring
yes.
the data, means we
Creating.
are getting some response, right? Whenever we are action is get, the action is get, then here you will see the response. Okay, we are instructing give me some response. Okay, we are asking the Salesforce already, okay, any record is there, give me some response back to me for my request. So here we are getting the request, right? So now this is the action. Now you can see here batch count is this. What do you mean by batch count? Okay, what do you mean by batch count? Okay, so and one more important note here. Whenever you are working with, you know, applications, if you see written application error response, written application error response, okay, you need to check this checkbox, because it will give you the error applications. Okay, whenever if your application is getting an error, it will give you the response, whether 200, 400, 401, 500, 300, you know, some response codes are there. Okay, I will explain you though what do you mean by response codes, I will explain you later. But whenever if you see written application error response codes or error response, definitely you need to check. It will give you the response. Okay, error, if you are getting any error about these applications, then it will gives you an application, no, error response. Okay, so now batch count means, see, batch count means, what do you mean by batch count?
We can
What do you
split
mean by
the,
batch?
like we can
Batch.
suppose
Oh,
some records are there, we
batch.
can batch the, like.
Yes. See, the batch count of a Salesforce is 200. So whenever you are, you know, requesting, whenever you are requesting some action, whether update or upsert or create, so but we can get 200 records at a time. Okay, 200 records at a time. So now, okay, if you know, if you want to control, if you want to control your batch count, we can give some 10 or 2, 20, 30, like that. Okay, batch count means how many records you want to pull. Let's say you have more than, okay, you have more than 200 records, or more than 200 records you want to pull. So here we have a bulk API version. Okay, you have a bulk API version, this option we can use. Okay, here we put none. Okay, well, I will show you here. Okay, you can see here bulk API versions, we have a version 1 and version 2. If you are going with a version 1, it will the size, okay, how much size you want to import, uh, and version 2. Version 2, how many records you want to pull. Either you want to pull the records of some 10,000 or 20,000, you can use bulk API version 2 and we can pull. Okay, version 1 means the size, data size. Okay, 10 MB or 20 MB, like that you can go with. Okay, by default none will be there. None means here you can see the batch count as 200. The default batch count of Salesforce is 200. Let me give 100. Okay, I'm giving 100. Okay, now save and close.
On what is the minimum size that we can send to the destination in
Sorry,
version 1 and version 2?
it depends. There is no limitation. Okay, so that's why we
Oh,
are using, see here limitation is 200, guys. Okay, limitation is 200, but if you want to exceed this 200, then we can go with the version 1 or version 2. Okay,
mm, okay,
in
got it.
version 1 and version 2 there is no limitation for us. Okay,
Got
so
it.
now
Yeah.
save and close. In the parent ID, owner ID, these are all the fields. Okay, so now if you want to check that records, here these are all the fields available. Okay, save and close. Okay, save and close. Say okay. So now what is the next action?
Map.
What is the next? Very good, map. Okay, yeah, what is the input profile?
Salesforce. Salesforce.
Salesforce.
Input
Like
input
a database.
input
Like
profile.
data
Ah,
Database, database, new. Okay, this is a ID location. And what is the target profile?
target profile like sales.
What is
XML.
the target profile? If you remember, the
XML.
Salesforce account will support the XML type of profile. What are the request
Yes,
profile
yes,
or response profile we are getting, that is in the form of XML. Okay, keep it in
yes.
mind. Okay, now you can see this is a file. Okay, okay, now we can get ID to ID. Yes, we can. So can we map ID to ID? Can we send it ID to ID? Yes. Location to some building, city,
Billing,
or
PT,
like that. Name
name to
to
name,
name.
To name.
Yes. Phone number to phone
Parent.
phone to
number.
phone.
Yes. Now from where we can
Parent
get
name,
this?
ID,
From where we
ID.
can
parent
get
ID.
this? Can we use connector call? Intermediate. Yes. So
Yes,
now which connector we need to use? Salesforce.
connector account.
Yes.
Sales.
Connection. Yes. Action is get. Can we create a new connection? Import. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the action? And account is the object. Click on next. Okay, click on next. Query response finish. Very good. So now here, what is my object? What is the object
Mm.
now here?
ID,
Name.
Name.
We need to use the name. So
name,
by using this name, we will get the
parent.
Yes. Okay.
so from account where name is equals to, right? So query limit, save and close. And give me a second. Hello. Okay. So see here. So we are passing input as a parent name. By using this parent name, we need to get the ID, and that ID needs to be sent to the parent ID. Yes or no? You are getting my point. What is my input now? We are, see, we are getting parent name. by using this parent name, we need to send the id to this parent id. Yes or no? You are getting my point? See, what is my input?
Yes.
Parent name,
Yes.
right? So by using this parent name, we will get the parent id. That parent id we
Yes.
are sending. Yes or no? Now save and
Yes.
Yes.
close.
Yes.
Now say okay. Now map. Okay. Now add a stop ship over here. Clear? Get, are you guys following?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
are you guys following?
Yes, yes.
Are all very very important, guys. In the real time, this is how we will work. Okay, in the real time, this is how we will work. It's not like that here we are learning something and here in the real time we will work something. It's not like that. Whatever the things we are learning here, the 70% we will implement same thing in your real time also. That 30% is different, like your depends on your requirement on all. But 70% of work, whatever the things we are learning here, we will replicate over there. That's it. And even in the interview also, okay, in the interview also, whatever the things we are discussing here, you will face same questions in the interview also. You can ask Amani, I think Amani and Mahidar and someone who Abhinav and Prabhakar. These guys are attended interviews, right? Guys, you can tell me your experience. So whatever the things we are discussing here, the same things you faced in the interview. Prabhakar,
Yes.
Yes.
Abhinav, Amani.
70%. Yes.
Yes,
Yes. 70%
Yes.
yes, yes.
question we are experienced in this
Yeah.
class.
So
Right.
please follow my sessions regularly, and what are the things we are discussing here, just follow. Okay, and do practice more. Okay, that's fine. Now let me test it out. Now which atom we need to test now? Which atom we need to test? Local atom or
Yes.
Local,
cloud atom?
local.
Local
Local,
item.
very good. Very good. Local. Okay, we are getting an error. What is that error? Let me see. Error received. Error received executing Salesforce get. Okay, the get operation we are getting malformed query. Okay, malformed query. What is the query we are writing? Okay, connector call. Yeah, let me check it out. Name is null. The name coming as a
Yes.
null. Okay, we are getting the
Static
name
variable
as
we can read. Yes.
okay, we are getting id. Okay, why see here, why we are getting if you see why we are getting this error, because see, in that particular table multiple tables are created, multiple records are created. First record, this is a first record, right? We are first record, for first record we are getting account Bhumi account name. Then we are the output value is coming as id. Again one more record is there. So one more record is there, for that it is getting an error. So we have a multiple records in the sales, sorry, in the database. That's why we are getting. So you can see here morning batch, it is id and parent and this. So we have two times it is recorded. Okay, we parent id. So that's why we are getting an error. So if I want to delete, what is a delete? Delete from sf
Table name.
account, right? So 6 rows are deleted. So we'll go here first. Okay, this is a process which we are inserting data from Salesforce to database. Just we will test it one time only. Okay, so that one record is going to be inserted into the database. Then we will pull the same table. Okay, but now tell me this time. But tell me this time, can we get the table parent id, parent name? No, right? Because here we deleted this parent account type. So that's why it will not get. Okay, what we will do, we will add one parent ID, some Delbumi, say Okay, now come to here. Now test it out. Okay, just refresh it. Guys, this is very very important. Okay, this kind of scenarios you will face in a real time. Okay, so now test it out. Now come here and check the connection data whether we are getting the data. Yes, it is no executed successfully. This is a parent id. So what we will do, we'll come back and we'll go to new process. So now table is already inserted into the database. Now we will test it out this. Okay, now we'll test and we'll try to pull that and we will insert. Okay, wait, sorry. Okay, now what I will do, I will remove this account table, so that save. Now come back. Okay, now test it. Okay, here we are getting again the again one more records are created, multiple records, again multiple records created. Okay, that's why we are getting an error. That's fine. So that's fine, but you got an idea, right? How to create how can we use it, connector call and our intermediate level, how we can connect and how we can pull the data. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Pawan.
Yeah. So now sometimes let's say if I want to pass some revenue. Okay, for example, here we are getting a revenue. I want to pass this revenue. Okay, I am dealing with accounts. This account will have some billing and billing, right? For billing, if I want to do billing, I want to generate the revenue. Okay, now this revenue is not coming from the Salesforce. But okay, sorry, this revenue is not coming from the database. Now let's say this revenue field or this revenue value is coming from some another application system. Let's say, okay, the data revenue. Okay, revenue is coming from some disk. Okay, let's say disk, from the disk. Okay, and I want to get the revenue from the disk. Okay, and these values, what are the values are coming from the name, id, all these values coming from the database. So I want to merge these two set of data, disk and disk and okay, disk from whatever the data is coming from
Data.
the, and the data which is coming from the database. I want to merge these two set of data, disk data and database data. I want to merge these two set of data and I want to send the data to target system. I want to merge those two set of data and I want to send the data to target system. How we can do, how we can do that? Okay, that we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, so it is a very very important. In real time we will use, okay, such kind of scenarios. Okay, like in general we will get some set of data from one application system and some other set of data from another application system. Let's say in we need to connect with 2 to 3 application systems and we need to merge those data and we need to combine those data and we need to send the data to target system. So at that time what we need to do, how we can get the data and how we can merge those data and how we can send the data to target system. Okay, tomorrow we will discuss. Okay, tomorrow is going to be very very interesting and important session. Don't miss tomorrow's session. Okay. Okay guys, anyone have any questions or any doubts before I wind up the session? Yeah. Yes.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you guys, thank you much. If you don't have anything, we can wind up the session and tomorrow we will going to be continue the same. Okay.